My name is Melody Kendall. I'm a UC Master Gardener here in Napa County. The Master Gardeners are a volunteer organization affiliated with the University of California, and one of our main missions is to get research-based gardening information out to the home gardener. Now, we have many vehicles to do that. We have public workshops. We've partnered with the County of Napa Library for weekly talks. We have a help desk. But we wanted to go big. We wanted to get something for the community that would be the go-to place for all horticultural experiences here in the valley, where you could go and learn about the plants, see the plants in the ground, do soil preparation methods, all of that, all in one area. So to that end, we partnered with the City of Napa in 2019 at the Flores property out on Linda Vista in Napa. And we dubbed our garden the Flores Learning Garden. Now, we have great plans for the complex, huge plans for the complex, and we're very excited. But the city and the UC Master Gardeners decided we need to break it down into small steps. So we broke it down into phases, and we are today in the phase 1 area of the Flores Learning Garden. We wanted to address world problems when we put in our first installation to make a statement so the community can see what we have going for us out here in this area. So we put in plants that are low water, low maintenance, and color all year round. Low water because they all have equal water requirements and can withstand some drought conditions. We wanted to have them low maintenance because who doesn't want a low maintenance garden? You know, all the plants are easily maintained. But we want to make sure you understand that low maintenance doesn't mean no maintenance. You're still going to get to go out and enjoy your garden and look at how the plants grow and thrive and keep the weeds down. So to that end, we put in 4 inches of mulch here in the area, and that will help mitigate that weed problem and keep that moisture in the ground. And finally, we wanted folks to realize that just because it's low water, low maintenance, it doesn't have to be dull and drab and colorless. All these plants have something spectacular going on sometime during the seasons. We've got this beautiful carpet rose here that is blooming, and it blooms pretty much all summer long, and eventually it will grow out and cover the area with these beautiful blossoms. But that's only one of 12 different plants here in the area, and each one has something, either a leaf or a texture or a bloom. All year long, something is going on, so you never have to get bored or worried that you have a dull, drab garden. And keep posted. Check our website, UC Master Gardeners Napa County, at the Flores Learning Garden link, and we'll keep you appraised of things that come in as we move forward with our next phases, and as we add things, and as we start opening up and getting to have the public and everyone come out and take classes here and learn, because this is the place to be. This is the place in the valley to go if you need any horticultural information and exciting gardening news from the UC Master Gardeners and the City of Napa partnership here at Flores Learning Garden.
Good morning. My name is Noble Hamilton, a UC Master Gardener. I've been asked to talk about 3 plants today that we chose for this garden. This is a low water, low maintenance, and of year-round interest garden. So all these plants were picked specifically for here, for the city. The first plant I want to discuss is the Arbutus unido, which is called the strawberry tree. This is one of the toughest trees you can even imagine. If you want something that's not going to die, this is the guy. You just can't give it too much water. What's interesting about the tree is that it's an incredibly beautiful tree. The bark is mottled, and in the fall will flake off, almost like the manzanita. Right now, the flowers are beginning to bloom. They're panicles, and they in the fall will turn into berries that start yellow, turn into orange, and into red. The birds love them. I understand that they're edible, but I also understand that they're mealy. So if you've got kids and they happen to pop one, it's going to be okay, but they're not going to ever eat them again. The second plant that I want to talk about is called a dogwood, and you probably have seen these around town. They're white and pink and ornamental, and they're beautiful. This is a cousin of the dogwood that you the ornamental dogwoods that you know. This is called a stick dogwood. This is a native, it's variegated, and right now you'll see that it's bearing small flowers, which in turn will turn into white berries later on in the fall, which birds love. I chose this because it's variegated, there's a little pop of color to it, and it's surrounded by green. So we needed something of interest here, which is why I picked this guy. In the fall, when all the leaves fall off, the branches are going to retain a very bright lime green color that will pop all winter, late fall and winter long. It's a beautiful plant. In January and February, when nothing else is going on except for the loropetalums, this is a star. He does get to be about 5 or 6 feet tall. We're going to keep him down at this height for cosmetic reasons, basically. A wonderful, very strong plant. The first year, it's going to need a little bit more water, but once established, it's very drought tolerant. The third plant I want to talk about is this sort of innocuous, sort of odd-looking little guy. He's a Springeri myri, a fern. And the reason this one was picked is because, first of all, he's tough as nails. You'll see him all over town in the hottest, driest, most uncomfortable conditions you can imagine. He thrives. Why I picked him is because of his shape. When he gets larger, about this tall, it's going to be sort of an aquatic form that's gangly and Dr. Seussy, and given the rest of the garden here, which is going to be somewhat flat and manicured, this guy's going to show some interest to the rest of the garden. The new growth here you'll see is lime green. In the fall, there's little orange and red berries that form on the stems that the birds love to eat also. So this is, unfortunately, when we got this from the nursery, it was probably one of the smallest plants I've ever seen, but he's growing now. We got him in November, but come back next year and you'll see how big he is.
I'm Yvonne Rasmussen. I'm the coordinator for the volunteer program of Master Gardeners. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you will come visit us at Las Flores. You can find out more about what we're doing here in this garden and other events on our website. If you go to the Events Find Us page, there'll be a Las Flores page, and there we'll have postings for plant lists and events and activities that we're doing here at the garden. Thank you for joining us.